Sometimes in the course of research, you may come across books or articles that we don't have in our collection and that also aren't in the collections at the University of Denver, the Denver Seminary, or the St. John Vianney Theological Seminary. If this is the case, you may be able to request a copy of the book through a couple of different interlibrary loan options. Your first step should always be to check with your local public library. If you're in Colorado, your library may be a part of Prospector, which is a unified catalog of a large number of different kinds of libraries in Colorado and Wyoming. You can find a link for Prospector's homepage in this video's notes. To check and see if your library is a participating member, hover over Prospector, come down and select Prospector Libraries, and then select List of Prospector Libraries. You can look through this list of locations to see if your system is part of Prospector. If you are, then you can come up here and click on Search Prospector. This will bring you to Prospector's basic search page. This is likely the same page you'll see if you access Prospector through your library's homepage as well. So in the search bar, we'll enter a title and then click on this little triangle or hit enter. And then here are our results. If this is the book you were looking for, you can click on Request It. And then you'll go through a couple of questions. You'll select the institution you're affiliated with. And then after you submit, it'll ask you for your name and your library card. This will submit your request to your local library, and then you'll be alerted when it's ready. If you run into any issues or your library system is not a Prospector library, get in touch with your local library branch. They may have other interlibrary loan processes in place or may be able to put you in touch with another institution. If you're not a local Iliff student and thus likely not part of the Prospector system, your first step should still be to check with your local library and ask about the possibility of interlibrary loans. Since we cannot place interlibrary loan requests for students who aren't local, your public library is going to be your best route. If you are a local student, staff, or faculty, and you've checked with your local library and come up empty-handed, the Iliff library can try to request the book for you. So let's take a look at how to submit an interlibrary loan request. We'll start on our library homepage. You scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page where you find the library services box. From here, you'll click on Interlibrary Loan. So this brings you to a page with an explanation of interlibrary loan, as well as some instructions on how to make your request. You'll see there are two different links for the first search database. You can click either one of those links. Alternatively, from our homepage, you can select Databases, click on F, and then select First Search. All three of these strategies will take you here to the WorldCat database. So what you do now is going to depend on whether you're requesting an article or a book. You're going to come to Jump to Advanced Search. If you're looking for an article, you'll click Atla Group Catalog or Article First. If you're requesting a physical book or other material, you'll select WorldCat. So we'll go ahead and go with WorldCat for this example. In that first search bar, it's where you're going to enter your title. And then you'll come here and scroll down to select title. This will narrow down your results so that hopefully they're a little more relevant. Come down here and click on search. So these are our results. When choosing which result, we want to make sure we're picking the one with this icon, the book. Remember that we cannot request electronic resources, only physical items. So look for this book icon to know that you're picking the right one. You can also double check to make sure it says book here next to document. So you'll choose your item by clicking on the title, and then come down here under availability and click on libraries worldwide that own item. Up here, you're going to see the list of libraries that own this particular item. If you see one of the schools that we listed earlier, Iliff, DU, Denver Seminary, or St. John Vianney, you don't need to submit an ILL. You can request materials from Iliff or DU through Primo. And we have borrowing agreements with Denver Seminary and St. John Vianney. So you should be able to go to those institutions and check out your materials there. If you don't see any of those organizations listed, come up here and select the ILL icon. This is the page where you're going to submit your request. So make sure you fill out all of the information that has an asterisk next to it. It's also a good idea to include your email. If you have any additional comments for the Interlibrary Loan Coordinator, put them down here in the comments section. When you're done, you'll click Submit, and your request will be sent to the ILL coordinator. You'll be contacted when your item is ready to pick up at the library, or if we have any further questions for you. Remember that your first step should be to check with your public library, and remember that we cannot request electronic items. If you have any questions about ILL or other ways to access resources, reach out to us here in the library.